Doamnelor și domnilor, avem privilegiul astăzi să discutăm din nou într-un interviu cu generalul Philip Breedlove, fostul comandant suprem al forțelor aliate NATO din Europa. General Breedlove, thank you for having this interview.
Good to be back with you personally. We have had some time together.
It's a privilege for me to have the third interview with you. General Breedlove, we are very concerned about what our strongest ally, United States, will decide regarding the presence of US troops in Romania, regarding what NATO, mainly on the eastern flank, should do if the United States will disengage from this part of Europe.
So first of all, I am a huge fan of Romania, as you know. And during my time as SACEUR, this is the country I visited the most. Now, some of that was because we were going in and out of Afghanistan, and we spent a lot of time at MK base. But so to the larger question, we all are waiting to see what the force posture review that the Pentagon is running will tell us. There may be some changes in Europe. I do not know the future, but let me share my thoughts, and that is that I don't think Romania has a lot to worry about. Romania is incredibly important to the United States and to the West for a lot of reasons. Think about all the aircraft that went through MK base on their way to Afghanistan or on their way home. Think about what that base looked like before we started turning it into a main NATO hub, which is exactly what it is. And I think when you couple that, the functionality of the basing and the support we get from Romania with the fact that Romania is sort of our anchor here on this part of the Black Sea. We do have Turkey to the south, great nation, great capabilities, but up here in the sort of combat zone with Russia, Romania is the anchor nation. And the infrastructure we have here, the forces that we have brought in to protect our interest in those places are key. We may see some changes in Europe. I don't personally see a lot of change in Romania.
General Breedlove, what is your evaluation regarding the Russian decision to project the aggressive force beyond Ukraine? What is your opinion about what analysis say that Russia will sometime sooner rather than later test the Article 5 of our alliance?
Well, I think I would refer you back. I know you've read them, but I would refer your viewers back to the two documents that Mr. Putin gave us before this last 3 years of this 11-year-long war. And in those documents, he told us what he wants to do.
1997.
I'm sorry?
1997 he wants. Reality before...
Oh yeah, exactly. So essentially those documents laid out to returning to a pre-97 sort of way in Eastern Europe. And this is simply unacceptable. We're not going to de-arm NATO nations along Russia's periphery. We're not going to be told by Russia to get U.S. forces out of these areas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think what Mr. Putin writes, that's what he's thinking. And he wrote to us in those two documents that we were to agree to his changes. And when we didn't agree to his changes, he said there will be other means, and then he invaded Ukraine. But you asked a larger question. If you look at the below the lines, gray zone, hybrid, whatever you want to call it, if you look at the gray zone war going on in Georgia right now, it's very clear what Russia's trying to do. If you look at the actions Russia has been taking in Transnistria, it's very clear what Mr. Putin is trying to do. He is already outside the boundaries of Ukraine. Now, he's kinetic in Ukraine, and he's hybrid in Georgia and Moldova, but nevertheless, they're under attack.
You've been Supreme Allied Commander in Europe, and I'm asking, based on your huge experience, what is your main concern on Europe right now?
My main concern, and thanks be to God, it's beginning to change, but my main concern is that the West, and specifically Western leaders, do not understand Mr. Putin. They keep thinking and keep desperately wanting to have a partner in Mr. Putin. Mr. Putin does not intend to be our partner. He does not intend for peace. He's told us in documents and speeches what his intentions are. Right now in Ukraine, it's to eliminate the idea of a nation of Ukraine and return Ukraine to being a province of Russia. And so I think that if the West were to absolutely embrace who and what Mr. Putin's intentions are, that would make a lot of things change.
Are you optimistic about the fate of our alliance, NATO? Because we see some tensions between United States and Europe.
Yes, I am optimistic. I tell a joke that the French hate, but it's not a joke, but we have been thrown out of a country before, right? You know,
right.
We were thrown out of France, and we landed in Belgium.
1966.
Yeah. And so our alliance has been under challenge before. And right now, we have an American leader who is duly elected by the American people, and he's taking a certain path. He's already been president once. NATO survived. NATO will survive this. NATO is bigger than any one country or bigger than any one person. And so, yes, we're going to go through some adjustments, and we may have to do more adjustments down the line. But I have said it, if you didn't hear it, at the 75th anniversary of NATO where I spoke, I said that NATO will be more important in the next 75 years than it was in the past 75 years. And I meant it.
General Breedlove, we have a new president. Thank God he's a Euro-Atlantic oriented president. What should Romanian president do right now for our country in order to increase Romania's military profile and also to be an important ally for both United States and Europe?
Well, congratulations to him. You know, we heard him speak kind of publicly for the first time this morning. I thought he had wonderful remarks. Clearly, he has a clear mind and understands what's important in this part of the world. Romania has been growing, as I said before, into a real hub in the south, an anchor, however you want to call it. And I think he should stay on that path. Romania has met U.S. expectations early, and to continue to meet them in the future, and to continue to make investments. Remember, I said this morning, Article 3 comes before Article 5. Right. We have to keep focus, and Romania's been doing a good job on that, on increasing our Article 3 investments, training, getting the right people in the services, and keep building on a strong basis of integrity in our defense culture, meaning industry as well, but certainly also in our armed forces. I expect this to be exactly what he does. And I believe that America looks at Romania and says, they're getting it right. That's what we need to keep doing, is get it right.
General Philip Breedlove, former Supreme Allied Commander of Europe, thank you so much for this interview for Antena TV in Romania.
Thank you. Great to be with you again.